Viu, vai lá. Alô? Alô? Não viu isso?
All right. Hey, here we go. All right. So he was pinched to
thing we have to do was Toby Holy coming out to support. If you haven't already, please find a way.
And so we can say, live from the NIU Soccer Complex in DeKalb, Illinois, it's time once again for DeKalb County United Soccer right here on Zeno FM. Brian Martin with you here on a gorgeous Saturday evening. Game time temperature about 78 degrees, a light breeze, and we're hoping for a really huge crowd this evening, looking for 815 or more in support of our 815 area code, and we will see how this plays out. The teams are, we're waiting for the a skydiver to descend upon the field. For those of you watching on the live stream, you'll notice little white dots all over the field. They are little mini soccer balls with numbers on them. And when the skydiver lands, whichever ball he lands closest to, we'll find out who that is, and that person will win a prize package from the team. So we're just waiting for plane to fly over and skydiver to jump out, and then we'll be ready to go. Lots of people anticipating a flyover, and the referees are ready. They look rather impatient. It's always good when the referees look like they're really ready to go. And we are just a few minutes away from kickoff, but we'll talk you through here. Chicago House, their last match was on June 10th. They drew 1-1 against Czarny Jaslo of Chicago. Czarny is an expansion club in the Midwest Premier League's Heartland Division this year, so 1-1 draw there. Their third draw of the year for Chicago House. For your United, their last match was this past Sunday at Chicago City, June 11th. They lost 2-1 at Chicago City, and they did not look good losing. And then prior to that, on June 8th, a rematch in the Illinois State Cup quarterfinals against RWB Adria. And if you remember the last time we were with you, we had that historic 3-2 thrilling win over RWB Adria. First win ever against a storied club. They got a chance to meet us in the quarterfinals of the Illinois State Cup as a revenge game for them, certainly, on June 8th. And after a 1-1 draw in regulation time, it went to penalties. The teams traded penalties for 7 rounds before Adria scored and United missed. And so Adria moves on to the semifinals with an 8-7 penalty win after a 1-1 draw at regular time. Coming up for your United on June 24th, next Saturday night, we'll be right back here at the NIU Soccer Complex against Czarny Jaslo. 5 p.m. start time, a little earlier start time than usual. And then after that, we will be we'll return again after the 4th of July holiday for a game on July 8th against Bavarians at 5 p.m. And then a game on July 13th at Rockford. It is a non-league game, but it is the first leg of the famed 815 Cup. And Rockford, having won the first 2 of the 815 Cups, looking to make it a three-peat. We're looking to stop them. And so on July 8th, that first match in Rockford will appear. And then United's final home match will be against Rockford FC, and that will be to decide the, it's a league game, and will decide the Cup for 2023. For Chicago House, their next games will be June 24th at Indy Boys. And then July 5th, they will be home against RWB Adria. And taking a look at the top of the Heartland Conference standings, RWB Adria is in first place on 9 points with 3 wins, no draws, and a loss. Bavarians are on second with 9 points with 3 wins, no draws, and 2 losses. Adria has goal differential plus 16. Chicago City is in third with 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. They are on 8 points in third place. So United can jump all the way up into a tie for first with a win tonight. Chicago House can jump all the way up into a tie for first with a win tonight. So very closely contested this year. The last couple of years by this point in the season, Adria and Bavarians had large leads, and they were clearing away ahead above every other team in the MWPL. This year, the field has narrowed, the race is tighter, and there are 7 teams right now out of the 11 that are in the race for the championship and hoping to break Bavarian's 2-year stranglehold, or RWE Adria's 2-year stranglehold on the title.
Links are on the social media, of course. Hopefully they're accurate. I'm not professional. Many of you know that. So they might be right. They might take somewhere else. Maybe even watch volleyball.
Still waiting here at the stadium for the flyover, the skydiver. People keep looking skyward for a plane or for something.
So flight you live.
And before we get started, just a reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of DeKalb County United Soccer is prohibited. The announcer on this broadcast has been selected and approved by DeKalb County United Soccer Club. They couldn't get rid of me if they tried. I'd still show up for games, even if they didn't want me here. So that's the best part about having a radio station, an free internet radio station you have access to, and a laptop. I don't actually have to be allowed to be in the press box to broadcast the game. My Maggie Strong t-shirt has shown up here in the booth. Looks very nice. And definitely appreciate that. Very nice. I already have my purple on, so I will, on a warm evening, don't really need a second t-shirt on. For those of you watching on the live stream, in case you're wondering, where is the soccer match? Where is the action? What are we doing? It's really, we're waiting for a skydiver to arrive. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, if you're just joining us, you may see all these little white dots all over the soccer field. Those are basically raffle tickets, numbered soccer balls that have been purchased to win a prize pack. When the skydiver lands, whichever ball he is closest to landing on or around, we'll pick up that ball. We'll find out what the number is. We'll find the person, and we will lay a prize package on them that our PA announcer, Nick, has been calling untold riches. I don't know what that means, but untold riches could be anything. Nick likes to oversell and underdeliver, or is it overpromise and underdeliver? I have no idea. And everybody's looking skyward, so I'm assuming I can't see because I'm inside. Everyone's looking skyward, so I'm assuming that the person is here.
Thanks, guys.
And I'm just hoping this does not become a Les Nessman moment.
Pretty impressive. I'll do it. Apparently, Professor Day is in the house tonight, which is honestly amazing. You think he's marvelous, but you go shout out for everyone else for your extra special.
So we are. This is a first for your DeKalb County United. We finally got some technical issues squared away, and for the first time ever, we are live streaming an audio broadcast on the radio station that you're listening to right now. And I'm also mic'd up for broadcast over our YouTube channel. So we're doing a simulcast of the game. So if you want a game where the action matches the words, go over to our YouTube channel, go to our Facebook page, and click on the link to go on our YouTube and watch it, and you'll be able to see the game and have commentary together. If you're not in a position to do that and you just want to have some background noise, then just stay right where you're at, right here on Zeno FM. The skydiver comes in and lands, just a beautiful landing. And then the question is, which ball was he closest to? And that was a very well done thing. Just came gliding in from my left and actually wound up stopping right in the center circle. And there's they've identified the ball, and eventually we'll get that information, and probably Nick will have an announcement as to who the winner is. All right, well, we actually, Jenny Hall making the announcement on the field. She had the remote mic, so we have a winner, and now we'll get the balls cleaned up, and then the teams will be ready to go out onto the field and get ready for our match here tonight.
All righty, folks. I'm going to do a script as generated by ChatGPT, so strap in for this. It can go any way in football. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's warm-up script. We are gathered here at LAU where the excitement is palpable and the anticipation is high. Well, I guess you knew that. Before we begin, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge our sponsors. We already have done that with generous support making this possible. We extend our gratitude to
DeKalb County United Soccer is brought to you in part by Group's, Bosma Dental, Realize Athletics, Byers Brewing Company, home of our official club beer, Golden Brow, Barb City Roasters, Northern Rehab, TEC Trucking, Culvers of Sycamore, welcome to Delicious, Papa John's of DeKalb, Foundation Vitamin and Sports, LaFox Screw Products, Sycamore Integrated Health, Tom and Jerry's in Sycamore, Area Rectors, there are jersey sponsors, Heartland Bank, Pizza Beer Whiskey in Sycamore, Los Panchos, Service Master, Unkin Law, Banner Up, Evolve Fitness, Jen's Design, Chicagoland Skydiving, and Schrock Media. Those are our 2023 sponsors. The team's lining up on the touchline, getting ready to march out onto the field. The promotional items have all been taken off the field. We are just about ready to have opening lineups, starting lineups announced by Nick Miles, our public address announcer, and the playing of our national anthem. Glad you could join us here on the broadcast on Zeno FM, the official internet radio home of your DeKalb County United. Coach PJ Hamilton down to our left.
All right, folks, please welcome your players onto the pitch.
Sitting down, getting ready to guide his charges.
Please make some noise. If you know somebody,
and the teams are now marching onto the field.
And please also make our friends from Chicago House extra special welcome. Just for now, for 90 minutes we don't want welcome, but before the kickoff, thank you for traveling guys and girls.
Chicago House will be wearing black shirts, black shorts, black socks with white numerals in trim and some green, a little bit of green on their uniforms. Their keeper will be in a bright yellow top and bright yellow shorts with black uniforms and numerals. You're United in their traditional green with white numerals and trim, green shorts, green shirts, and wearing the special Maggie Strong purple socks tonight in honor of our special fundraiser game this evening.
20, Aaron 49, Flowador.
Nick Miles is now announcing the starting lineups for both clubs. And then he will introduce the...
And number 10, Kiki Alos. And now, please make some noise for any name you recognize, make more noise for any name you do not recognize. Your Northern Exposure starting 11, DKC Alex. In goal, number 1, Matt the Cat Majori. Wearing 24, Austin Montiano. Wearing 3, the captain, Special K, Johnny Kramer. Wearing 5, Jack Fairwood.
Johnny Kramer, number 3, wearing the captain's armband again tonight for your United. Center back number 3 in the program, number 1 in your hearts.
Ronan Wilcox. Wearing 25, Oscar Montiano. At 34, Josh Johansson. Wearing 12, Aidan Westerberg. Wearing 16, Ty Conrad. And 42, Tyler Sowell. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your PKC United. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please be standing, remove your headband and face the flag to the north as we introduce Frank Cadaris and your national anthem.
And now the national anthem. And that was our national anthem. The teams are now shaking hands in the middle of the pitch there. We're just about ready to get started. We start here about 15 minutes later than the schedule would show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time to bring the energy level in this place to a whole new level. I want to hear you roar like you've never before. You ready to show these players your unwavering support? Let's start by getting those hands clapping. Let's go, folks. Clap, 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 go! And now, stomp your feet. Make those bleachers feel like they're falling apart. And raise the volume.
The reserves for both teams now coming to the touch lines. The benches are in front of me. To my right is the DeKalb County United's bench. To my left is the Chicago House bench.
This is DeKalb County. This is soccer.
Teams are in the center to conduct the opening coin toss. The referee and the captains have shaken hands. The toss is about to happen. We'll find out who will have the kickoff to open the match. And by the way, Matt Marchiori, the goalkeeper for United, is in a salmon-colored shirt with black pants and his purple Maggie Strong socks. Referees are in peacock blue shirts, black shorts, black socks, so everybody's in different colors.
It's a whole thing that we have to do this. We thank each and
Two
every
teams
one
are
of
ready
you.
to go. Referees are shaking hands. Ball is in the center circle. The starting lineups are now making their way onto the field.
Back yourself out to the please do so. You'll notice some players are in the green, usually green with the purple shorts. There are, I see a whole load of Maggie's purple jerseys scattered throughout the crowd tonight. Thank you very much for doing that.
Just a reminder that tonight the staff and many fans are in purple to honor Maggie, a young lady battling a rare form of pediatric cancer. 20% of all online ticket sales from tonight's match are going to support pediatric cancer research. Just under 10,000 children under the age of 15 will be diagnosed with cancer this year. The survival rate is 85%, but even then, pediatric cancer is the second leading cause of death for children under the age of 15. The number one cause is accidents. So it's an important thing. When you see 9,000, almost 10,000 every year, 10,000 is a very small percentage of the total population of the United States, but 10,000 families that have to know that there's a child at danger. And so it's an important thing for all of us to be aware of and understand that there's a piece to this, and there's a little personal connection to pediatric cancer for myself. My younger brother had leukemia and did not make it to the age of 4. So I clearly am a person that understands this subject very well, and happy to see the club doing some research for that and helping out as best they can. And I'm happy to have my little Maggie Strong t-shirt and all that such. The game now has officially started. Let's all stand united for tonight's match, as United has the ball in their own midfield and dribbling around and passing back to the wing back here. Number 12 is Aiden Westerberg. Gets it back to number 10, Jaden Aguilera. And a little bit of triangle play, and Aguilera going up the side. It's Oscar Montejano racing for it, but the ball a little too heavy on the touch. And Montejano racing up the left side, but the keeper came way off his line into the top of the penalty area to take it. Number 20, Aaron Nguyen for Chicago House. Up to number 10, that's Ricardo Avalos. Back to Nguyen. Number 14 is A.R. Smith. Number 21 is Daniel Hayes. Over to Elias McLeod. And then number 94, Damon Almazan, trying to do a give and go, but kicked it out of play. It's a United throw-in on the far side. And a long throw cut out by Hayes, but United wind up with it. There's a fight for the ball there in the midfield. House has it. It's Florian Wador fighting for the ball and then putting out a play. And it will be number 24, Austin Montejano, with a throw-in on the far side. Gets it to number 4, Ronan Wilcox in the midfield. And House has the ball. They're trying to make a play and trying to looking for number 11, Georgi Spazov. But it was a give and go that also went out of play. And United will have another throw, and it'll be Oscar Montejano again, or Austin Montejano. Long throw in and headed out by House once more. We're in like the 4th minute of play or something like that. The clock operator messed it up. And the ball goes out of play off of United, and Chicago House will have a throw-in on the far side. And don't know who's got it. Number 99 has the throw-in. That will be Florian Wadur. Sorry about that. So about 4 minutes. Back to Pau Mateo Chacon, who heads back to his keeper. As Billy Castro. Ball cut out by Westerberg. Wilcox tried to control it. Goes down. Fouled by Chicago House. Will be a free kick. And they're looking for a fairly quick restart, but Wilcox will hold on to it. House kind of. Wilcox now off the ball and it drops back. This will be Jordan Aguilera. He chips it in the penalty area looking for a teammate running in behind, but it's cut out by House. And now they punt out deep. It'll be Jack Fairwood, number 5, heading over to Aguilera. Man. It's Aguilera, Christina Aguilera. Just have to remember that name, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be fine. A.R. Smith off his back and out of play. United will have another throw, and it's Aguilera. Tossed in off the chest of Conrad to House. It's number 15, Chacon. And it's a foul. Actually, it's drop ball. Looks like the ball was off the referee. So long ball looking for A.R. Smith and headed out of play and over the byline for a corner kick to Chicago House. We are in the 7th minute of play here in DeKalb. Here on the near side to my right, the corner kick is being taken by Aaron Wen, number 20. He's got number 8 at the short corner. That's Shannon Seymour. But Wen going for the far post. A.R. Smith heads it up in the air. Another header. And a bicycle kick overhead that just clears the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. House with the first real good threat, but it was just over the bar after a couple of headers, and now a ball down the line for Ty Conrad. He's out racing Daniel Hayes. He's got to make a cut. Gets past Hayes. Feeds across the middle. Oh, no! Oh, no! Ronan Wilcox with an empty net, and he scuffed it wide. A beautiful pass by Ty Conrad. An open net and no goal. They come away empty. Conrad pressing the goalkeeper now. Westerberg pressing the defense. Chip deflects off him. The keeper has to come out and finally grabs it with Westerberg lurking. United now pressing the advantage. Westerberg. And now that's going to be number 10. That's Avalos to Smith. Back to Avalos in the midfield. He crosses midfield looking for a teammate. Jack Fairwood gets in the way of number 94, Almazan, who keeps the ball. He's at the top of the penalty area on the left of to the left of goal. A little pushing, a little nudging, a little Fairwood gets it out to Conrad. Conrad gives it away. This is Shannon looking to cross. Can't cross. He crosses toward the back post, and it goes a little long. Goes to House, now outside the penalty area to the right of goal, as we see it. Nguyen tries firing into the penalty area, but United intercept and try to bring it out. Now a ball up the side, looking for Ty Conrad. He's got a race going on, and number 15, Pao Mateo Chacon, beats him to it and gets the ball back to the goalkeeper. Conrad pressing Daniel Hayes, high line. United had numbers there, and the bad pass goes awry. Number 11 now comes away to Georgi Spazov for House. Here comes A.R. Smith, rolling into the midfield. Slides one, tries to get it in behind the offense, or the defense, and Matt Marchiori comes way off his line and kicks the ball as it enters the D and goes out of play here in front of us at the United bench. Wen now to Smith. Smith in the midfield being hounded by Montejano. This is McLeod going to his left. Finds Florian Wador. Cuts it back to McLeod. McLeod hawked by Ronan Wilcox. Ball slid across the middle, and that's a goal. That is a goal, an absolutely brilliant goal in the 10th minute by number 10, Ricardo Avalos.
Opening goal for Chicago. Opening goal for Chicago House. Number 10, Kiki Avalos.
So Chicago House, first shot on goal is a goal, 1-0. After United had been pressing the advantage all game long, it was Florian Wador who went down the left-hand side, cut into the penalty area, slid a ball across the middle, right onto the waiting foot of Avalos, and he just tapped it home for the 1-0 lead. But United now back at it. Josh Johansson and the header. Oh, just wide by Montejano. It stayed in play. Another shot. This one deflects off a House player. This is Soul, number 42. This is Montejano, Austin Montejano, back to Soul. Soul with the teammate over here. On the near side, Aguilera. Ball tipped out of play by House, and it'll be a United kick. Throw-in, excuse me. Throw-in goes straight to House. This is Chacon looking ahead, gets it over the head of Jack Fairwood. The ball spins back on him, and so it prevents House from breaking away, and a ball coming back the other way, all the way down the other end, and it's going to be kicked out of play by Chicago House. Ball out of play right in front of Coach P.J. Hamilton, standing about 2/3 of the way up DeKalb County United's defensive half the field. The throw-in will be taken by number 10, Aguilera. There's there's a player down for Chicago House, down near the penalty area. Didn't see what happened. He was tracking after the ball. That exchange was a long pass that was overhead. When the ball hit the ground, it spun back. It had backspin on it. So instead of bouncing toward the goal, it bounced away. The Chicago House player had to kind of turn on a dime to come back and get it. And it is possible that he hurt himself on that turn because he did collide with number 5, Jack Fairwood. A fair challenge and a fair play. But the training team now looking at his legs at this point. It could be a cramp.
I know my daughters have, so if you see someone, you may well be one.
But as they say in England, the physio are out on the pitch.
Last but definitely not least, our dear friends, the Greens.
We are in the 14th minute of play as minor stoppage. Player that was down on the field, I believe, is number 11, Georgi Spasov, but I may be incorrect on that.
Genuinely curious.
Don't see a number.
House fans in the house tonight. Chicago House fans make
See
some
who it
noise.
is. It might be. He is limping. 11 is on his shorts. He and Fairwood do a fist bump, and no harm, no foul there. But Spasov coming off the field at the moment. He is limping, favoring his right leg, and he's indicating to the trainer that as he swept his foot, he got his foot caught in the turf and slightly twisted. The trainer has given the thumbs up to the coaching staff, so it looks like he'll be back on as soon as the referee allows him back in the game. So a minor delay for an injury. He'll be fine. He's taking a little Gatorade. United get the ball on a drop ball. This is Johnny Kramer on the left side. Now back to Kramer near the center circle. He has Fairwood on his left, and he goes way deep looking for Aiden Westerberg, number 12, down in the corner by the corner flag. He gets his man to turn and spin. He's in the top left-hand penalty area, tries to do it himself, gets stolen away by House. Now Aguilera comes in and intercepts and gets back to Kramer, who's just inside the center circle on his half of the field, and brings it into the attacking zone. Everyone in DeKalb County United in the attacking half of the field. The pass going ahead and out of play off United. It's a goal kick here in the... As we just hit 15 minutes, we have played the first quarter hour here in DeKalb.
Make yourselves known.
Hits the ball. Keeper gets to McLeod. McLeod hawked a little bit by Ronan Wilcox. Ball cut out on the far side by United. Now to play. It'll be Florian Wadur with a throw-in. Number 99. It's for a teammate. That's now House has it. Looking ahead for number 10. Tries to gather it in, and offside is the call on number 10. Ricardo Avalos, the goal scorer
We also have
in the 10th minute. It was a beautiful goal. I mean, you have to acknowledge it was a gorgeous goal. Executed perfectly, but
We've got your chip coming up later, half-time, Remy, I promise.
now House has it. That's Smith to Wen. There's a foul on the play committed by Oscar Montejano on number 14, A.R. Smith. And Smith helped up by Ty Conrad. Wins the free kick, and Shannon Seymour has the ball standing over it. But it'll be Chacon chipping ahead. It's Avalos, blocked away by Smith. Now it's Westerberg, and it's stolen away from him by Smith. Smith chips into the penalty area for a waiting teammate. That's number 94, Damon Almazan, and his header was way wide to the left of goal. As we look at it, far to the right of Matt Marchori. Not even a shot on goal. He dove to make the header, but it was well off the mark. United looking ahead. Ball gets headed to the middle of the park where Daniel Hayes intercepts, and now it's here on the near side, the number 15, Pau Mateo Chacon. Chacon with a long ball looking to go over the top, and he does get there, but Marchiori gets it to Oscar Montejano. Ball bounces away from him. Here's Shannon Seymour. And now United have it 2-on-2. Streaking up the inside. It's taken down. No foul. And it's a penalty. It is a penalty. It is a penalty here in the 18th minute of play. And Josh Johansson looks like he is lining up for the penalty kick here in the 17th minute. Billy Castro, the goalkeeper. The referee immediately pointing to the spot after the player for United was taken down. I think it was Johansson that was taken down, but I couldn't see the number. But Johansson's taking the penalty. He's got the ball spotted on the penalty spot. He's standing about a yard behind the ball, hands on hips. Goalkeeper with his hands on hips. On his line, he now puts his arms up. Slaps his hands. Johansson puts it inside the right-hand post to the left of the goalkeeper, and United have scored and tied this game at 1 on a penalty in the 19th minute by Josh Johansson. And that is how you level the score.
In the 19th minute, the equaliser for your KCU. Number 34, Josh Johansson.
Johansson with the penalty kick goal, and this game is tied at 1. Now, House looking to go over the top again. They've been looking for the long ball all night. They've not been that successful. United give it away to Smith. Smith fighting with Jack Fairwood back there, number 5. Fairwood kicks it and clears the attackers. And now a chip up the line, looking for Ty Conrad, but number 21, Hayes, comes over to cut it out. And now gets it to Wen here right in front of me at the midfield stripe. Wen again with Aiden Westerberg on him. Now Wen dribbles away from the touch line. Ball is blocked by Johansson. Now kicked back by number 15. That's Chacon. Here come the House again. This is Shannon Seymour. Back to Seymour again. He looks for a teammate. That's number 11, Spasov. But the touch is too heavy, the pass too far, and the ball goes over the byline for a goal kick for your United. And Matt Marchiori will put the ball back in play with a goal kick from his own goal area. Johnny Kramer, long ball over the middle of the field, and it gets intercepted by Daniel Hayes, gets to A.R. Smith. Smith finds Avalos, the goal scorer for House. Back to Smith, to Seymour, bouncing around. gets back inside and offside. House is offside. The second time they've been offside this game. And both times in near close with good shots on near the net. Shots on goal in the game. Tied at 1. One corner kick in the game. Ball over the top. Way too far for Johansson. It goes right into the waiting arms of Billy Castro. This will be Hayes. Now it's Almazan. Conrad on, or not Conrad, but Wilcox on him, out of play. Another throw in for Chicago House. Almazan has it on the far side, ball bouncing around, little scuffle for the ball. 6 players there, and finally United come out with it.
Oh, Josh.
This is Josh Johansson along the line. He's got a runner. Conrad pointing to a place where he wanted the pass, and the pass didn't go there. Conrad was looking and did indicate with his hand where he wanted the pass, but the pass never got there, and House come back the other way. Now the ball is a whistle blown, and foul back behind the play, as Shannon Seymour will put the ball back in play. Or not Seymour, but it's like Daniel Hayes. Put it back in. That's Seymour. Gets it to the goal scorer, and there's 2 men on him, and they both cut him out. The ball goes here in the corner, and Fairwood tries to clear it, but it goes off of Avalos and out of play for a throw-in. But United have decided to put 2 on Avalos when he has the ball. Not a bad idea, since he's their talisman, and it's stolen away by Wynn here on the near side. This is Seymour going through the center of the midfield. Seymour from long distance, but right straight at Matt Marchiori. Marchiori with a long throw. And now here's Ty Conrad. Hayes. Oh, nice slide tackle. Not only did he stop the ball, he actually stopped the ball. And Montejano then clips a player from behind. And that is number 21, Daniel Hayes, that goes down. Clipped from behind. And a foul, so United will give up the free kick to Chicago House.
Impressive. So thank you one and all for making that out this evening. We really do hope you
Daniel Hayes
We're trying to vote something.
crosses the field here on the near side. Mishandled just ever so slightly by Chacon, who chips way ahead, looking for a teammate, and it's headed down by Aguilera. Gets it into the midfield. Little shovel pass. It is Aiden Westerberg with 3 on him. Now he gets it to Ty Conrad. Conrad was in behind the defense, and the timing on the pass was just a little bit off and offside. Conrad made his run just a little too fast. And offside is where we are. Is House take it and put it back into play fairly quickly. Here's Wen looking ahead. Nobody on his team even back there, and Jack Fairwood heads to his keeper, Matt Marchiori. And Marchiori keeps it at his feet for now and never picks it up. And this time it's Aguilera going to Oscar Montejano. Back to number 42. That's Taylor Sowell. Here's the captain, Johnny Kramer. Long ball looking for Westerberg. Doesn't find him, but racing in to get the ball, and off his foot is Aguilera trying to overlap on the near side out of his wingback position. Headed up. Headed again. This is Westerberg. Headed back to Westerberg. Now he flips it up looking for Ty Conrad. Headed again. Westerberg continues to head it forward. This is Daniel Hayes controlling. Chicago House sliding the ball ahead, and Aguilera gets a foot in to break up the play, and then Wynn goes back to the center of the park, headed forward, another header. This is Avalos over to Seymour. Seymour now gets it ahead on the far side. It's one-on-one. It's Austin Montahano looking, and the ball is deflected away by a United player who got in the middle of a play as Chicago House had two players trying to sneak in behind the defense, but the smart play by Johnny Kramer, ball deflected off him over the byline for a corner kick, second corner kick of the game for Chicago House, and it will be Shannon Seymour on the far side. To my right, the furthest point from where I sit here in the press box. Seymour lifts it into the mixer, goes over everybody, calls for handball, but referee waves it away, and it might make you all happy to know that there is no video assistant referee at this level. So, and the ball goes right to Marchiori on the Marchiori on the cross, and that blunts that attack. Rolls it in the middle of the field. Number 42, that's Taylor Soule. Gets it up here to Aiden Westerberg right in front of me. And back to Soule. It's at the Ty Conrad. Conrad turns and runs into the attack zone and is looking for a teammate cut out by House. This is 29, Elias McLeod racing into open space. He's marked a little closely by Ronan Wilcox. Makes him stop, pull up, and turn around. Gives off to Furion Wadur as Wilcox goes over to deal with him. And out of play off of Wadur for a throw-in for your United. A large crowd here. We'll find out the number later tonight. Foul on House on the throw-in. And United will have a free kick. Can the good folks here in DeKalb County, Illinois, get us to the 815 mark that we were hoping for this evening? We'll find out later when the official count comes up to the press box. We'll let you know as soon as we know. Soule gets the ball into space on the right-hand side, and the ball is chipped ahead looking for Oscar Montahano, but he can't really play it, but Aiden Westerberg gets it and gets to Aguilera, who slides it forward, looking for Ty Conrad. Conrad just ever so slightly gives it to Montahano for Soule. Soule then slides it off to the left hand, his right, far side, for Austin Montahano. Overlapping. This is Conrad trying to get around his man and does. That's Hayes, number 21. Along the touchline, and now he gets to the penalty area, slides it in. Gets it to Conrad, trying to tip the ball home and totally missed it. As Ronan Wilcox got the ball and tried to give it back to Wilcox, who was coming through the central part of the penalty area and stuck a toe out, but he didn't get a hold of it. And that attack went begging, but it was a good idea. Oscar Montahano now here in the midfield, looking for a teammate. And once again, Daniel Hayes with that header that cut it out. Good defense played by Hayes all game long tonight. He's cut out a few potentially dangerous attacks. After a little tangle of feet, here comes Soule into space. He's at the top of the penalty area, gives off to his right. That was Johansson taken away by Wadur. And then the ball comes out here for Johnny Kramer. Kramer all alone. He's got one guy, and Jack Fairwood, that's playing in behind him. This is Aguilera. Over to Fairwood. Fairwood looking for Kramer on the far side. And now Kramer has it, gets it into space on the right side. Ball chipped forward, looking for Conrad. He has it. The shot off the Chicago House. It's not a shot on goal, but it is a corner kick. The first corner kick of the night for your DeKalb County United. On the far side, it'll be number 36, Josh Johansson, who will initiate the corner kick here in the 31st minute of play. So Johansson looking to beat the first man here. United lining up all of their players near the top of the penalty area by the D. I'm sure there'll be movement off some signal. And now they're starting to move in toward the center part. Now it goes to the back post, looking for Westerberg. It's headed away by A.R. Smith and out of play. And Aiden Westerberg will throw it in to restart. Goes to Aguilera. or no, it's Oscar Montejano, and somehow survives a challenge from two players, get the ball to Soul. Soul gets it in, and it's taken out by Wadur, who blocks his attempted pass, and then to McLeod. McLeod, a long ball ahead, looking for Almazan. Almazan fighting with Johnny Kramer. They both go down in a heap, and it's going to be a foul on Almazan, who took down Kramer with a little hooked elbow. And so United will have a free kick. And United put the ball back in play rather quickly. It's off of a United player here on the near side, off of Aiden Westerberg, and out of play, it's Wen. Wen has it again. Misplayed by Daniel Hayes, but backed up by his teammate. That's Elias McLeod. This is Chacon crossing over midfield. Now he gets it down here in the corner to Wen. Wen gets a cross in the middle, and it's offside. It's offside. And that will be a free kick by United here on the near side. Actually, it looks like they're saying the ball went out of play in the air, so it's a throw-in. And Wynn clipped Westerberg from behind on the throw-in, so a free kick for United. Fairly cleanly played game. The fouls that have happened have been fairly minor. Nothing. It hasn't been a roughly played game. When you play teams like, say, RWB Adria or Bavarians, they play a little rough. When they foul you, I think their philosophy is if you're going to foul them, make them feel it, make them remember that you fouled them. These have been traditional fouls. Referees have been doing a fairly good job tonight. Here comes United to the corner of the penalty area. They're a little dangerous. There's a nice pass in there. Ball comes across the front. It's blocked away. And Josh Johansson will corral it down by the Husky logo over there on the far side. Aguilera was allowed to walk right into the penalty area with like no one there. And now a little bit of back and forth. There's a foul. And United will get a free kick. We are in the 34th minute of play here in DeKalb. Beautiful Saturday night. I'm looking at the bleachers across from me. Very nicely full. We might have hit 8:15. I think we might have hit 8:15. Certainly have publicized the living daylights out of this. I wouldn't go so far as to say we were begging people to come, but I made a couple of social media posts where it's like, come on out, come on, help us. Ball is put back in play. It deflects off a Chicago House player, but the referee says no, it went straight through for a goal kick. It looked like it deflected off one of the House players, but no. And a player for House is down on the field just above the D. Referee has now waved the trainer on for a second time tonight for Chicago House. And I don't know who this is. This might be the same player that was took a knock the last time. We are into the 35th minute of play here in DeKalb. Again, a gorgeous night. Good crowd. Exciting soccer match tonight. I mean, House got that first goal. It was an excellently executed play. Nice cross. And United have been just pressing all over the place. Have come close a couple of times and were rewarded with their aggression when they drove into the penalty area and were taken down. And now we have a substitution. So, oh my, look at that. We have the number board. The first time I've seen this substitution for Chicago House. It'll be number 4, Alejandro Mentasi. For number 11, Georgi Spazov in the 36th minute. So that's Alejandro Mentasi, number 4. Mentasti. There's a T in there. So number 11, Spasov had taken a knock earlier, and apparently that knock was a little more serious because he cannot continue and has been taken off. And I'm sorry, fans, about getting excited about the number board. At this level of soccer, we're not used to seeing a refereeing crew that has the substitution number board that they wave to everybody to show who's coming in. So it's like that's so cool. Montejano. And the ball goes out of play. It's a corner kick for United. That will be their second corner kick of the night. So if they bring out the magic spray, I'll be even more impressed.
Time to make noise.
So United have a corner kick here on the near side. It will be, looks like, Aiden Westerberg taking it. House have a couple guys in toward the penalty area. And now a header, and it's headed away by Chicago House, but it is, looks like it's a foul. There was a foul on the play. And so House will get a free kick. Goalkeeper Castro puts it back into play. Chicago House sort of walking it up. This is 94 Damon Almazan. United with another interception, and this time it's going to go to, and it's going to go back to Johnny Kramer. And the captain, Jack Fairwood, now plays it back to his keeper, Matt Marchiori. Back to Kramer, pressed a little bit. Marchiori now gets the ball way up over toward the center line. It's headed by Wilcox, and ball controlled by Elias McLeod, and over to Wadur. Ball coming in here on the near side for Nguyen, looking to play it forward, but it's off. It's off of number 10. That's Jayden Aguilera. And out of play, it will be a Chicago House throw-in. Right here in front of the DeKalb County United bench. Nguyen, number 20, throws it into the penalty area, looking for his teammate. That is Mentasti. Now Nguyen here in the corner. Hounded by United. Ball to the back post. Over the head of number 94. That's Almazan. Fights it off with Montejano, and out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Chicago House on the far side. Here in the 39th minute of play. And Shannon Seymour will be the one to put the ball back in play for Chicago House. And it's not a corner kick, it's a foul. So the foul is parallel to the goal line. Puts it in the middle for A.R. Smith. And the referee, Seymour, is questioning something. The ball is not in play. I think the referee had not whistled the ball back into play. I think that's the issue. So we're going to do this again. Two-man wall. Right perpendicular to the goal line. Seymour lifts the ball over the wall, but right to a United player who heads it. Now a little bit of fighting for it. It's Nguyen to Smith. Smith looking to cross to the back post for Seymour. Seymour is there and fires. But he goes straight across the mouth of goal. A.R. Smith knocked away. And a corner kick again for Chicago House. Here on the near side, it'll be Aaron Nguyen coming through to make that kick here on the near side, right to my right. House have one player right in front of Matt Marchiori. Others lurking around the penalty area. The ball comes into the middle of the penalty area, and the ball is smacked away. Referee looking for some help here. The ball went out of play here on the near side. player down for United. That's Aguilera, number 10. Don't know if he took a kick, but the ball went out off of United, it looks like. And Wen's going to throw it in. 42nd minute of play. So Wen throws it in, gets it back, chips it back to teammates, and this is going to be Wador with it. And now the ball goes down the line. This is going to be Wilcox, number 4, all alone. He's being chased. He's 1-on-3. He crosses the ball. He shot. Oh! Wide of the far post. He had an angle, and he went for the far post and missed it. A goal kick for Chicago House.
Reminder going half-time, we have our traditional call kickabout. We want your kids to just have a kickabout.
Wow. Ball went out of play. A throw-in here on the near side. Chicago has it again. This will be Avalos, the goal scorer. He goes down, fouled by number 42. That's Taylor Sowell. So Avalos has been neutralized a little bit since he got away from the defense on that goal. Long play ahead. This is Mentasti with the ball. Looking for Seymour. Doesn't find him. Now another long pass by United. Pressing against the back line of Chicago House. They're playing basically 2 across the back at this point. Over to Daniel Hayes. Hayes has played a solid game on defense this afternoon. And now he's going to look ahead for a long ball over the top. And A.R. Smith, it doesn't go to him. Johnny Kramer, the captain, Special K, gives it away to Mentasti. Smith tries to turn and spin on Jack Fairwood and can't do it. Ball comes back to Mentasti, but it's taken away by Johnny Kramer. And here come United. Back to the midfield. This is Sowell. Referee jumps over it. Oh, and a long ball. It was going for... He had 3 forwards in front of him racing down the different channels, but he went way over the top and way out of play. It's the 44th minute of play. United get a foot in. Ball looking. Inside Johansson. Shot. The goal! Josh Johansson with his second of the game. He has a brace. United lead it 2-1. A beautiful feed by number 4, Ronan Wilcox. A beautifully weighted pass right into the path of Johansson, who tucked it home. And it's 2-1 United. 2-1 United in the 44th minute of play.
Scored by number 36, Josh Johansson!
And United have a 2-1 lead. After giving up that goal on 10 minutes, they've come back to take the lead. What an absolute peach of a goal. Wilcox just threaded a nice, beautiful ground level pass that went smoothly right into the path of Johansson, who took it, got his feet set exactly the way he needed to be, and poked it past Billy Castro for the goal, and a 2-1 United lead. Here comes Avalos, as House are going to try and press here to get a goal in the final bit of time here in the first half. This is going to be Metasti.
Oh, of course it's Montejano.
And it's Montejano again, intercepting in the midfield. Wilcox looking for Ty Conrad, racing down the right side. This time it'll be number 15, Chacon, knocking it out just to slow the attack down. United have played very aggressively tonight with a high press, and it's paid off. This is the kind of attacking, free-flowing football that every football fan of every level, of every age, loves to watch. Here comes Westerberg on the left-hand side. He's got a teammate with him. He shoots, he tried to nutmeg the defender who closed his knees and blocked the shot, so no shot on goal. This is A.R. Smith. And Chicago House may be content here in the 45th minute to simply let it go. Here comes Fairwood. Oh, tried to slide one through. Looking for Westerberg again. Here comes Marchiori. He's got the ball. There may be a,
That's half time, I think.
let's see. Ball is still in play. We haven't seen an indication of stoppage time here. And since we've got the number board, we may actually see it on the number board. That would be kind of cool.
You look alike, don't you?
I'm one of those fans that loves all sorts of electronic gadgets that tell me more information than I could get just by watching.
Good hustle, Josh.
And I love the number board. Here comes the number board. It's being dragged out now. This is, oh, a beautiful save by Alejandro off the foot of Alejandro Mentasti. And a corner kick, number 5 for Chicago House. And Shannon Seymour will head on over to the far corner for a kick.
Hello, Shannon. I do apologize.
And the assistant referee has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes of first half stoppage time.
4 minutes added time. 4 minutes added time.
Oh, I love that board. I want one for my home. Punched away by Marchiori. Kick back in, looking for their handball call for.
Organized. A fight. Organized.
And it looks like there has been a handball called outside the penalty area. And so a free kick for Chicago House from just outside the penalty area, just to the left of the D. It's probably, I'm going to say 19, maybe 20 yards from goal. Marchiori getting his wall set up, 4-man wall in front of him. This will be Alejandro Mentasti standing over the kick, as is number 10, I believe, Ricardo Avalos. Marchiori has shading to the right. If ball goes, oh, and the shot was to the far post, which is where Marchiori was actually stationed. I don't think he would have missed it at all, but the ball curled toward that far post, and Marchiori was already there, but it went wide. And so United survive a handball call close to the penalty area and retain their 2-1 lead. Can they get another one here in this stoppage time? Closed down from behind is Montejano. The ball goes out of play, and it's off of Montejano, and so House will throw it in. It's Wen with the throw in. The lights are on here at the DeKalb, in DeKalb at the NIU Soccer Complex. Beautiful new turf installed last year after our season was over, so this is our first year playing on this new turf. It's field turf, the one with the rubber pebbles that feels underfoot, much like grass and dirt. Seymour. And it's chipped ahead. Metastasti. And Marchiori comes way off his line and scoops that up before Mentasti can create any problems. And a nice play by Ronan Wilcox to knock the ball out of play and stop a counterattack, as Florian Wador will throw it in. Down goes United, and that's a foul on Chicago House. A little trip. Johnny Kramer to put it back in play. Long ball over the top of everybody. It's Oscar Montejano who's going to corral it down. On the left side of the penalty area, he comes out of the penalty area, is Mark. Looking for a teammate. He's got Aguilera. Chips in near the penalty area, looking for Ty Conrad. Conrad fires across the area, and off the side of the goal is Jake Johansson looking for the hat trick.
Josh Johansson. How many times?
Josh, Jake, Joan. I've done Josh, Bill, George, anything but Sue. Josh Johansson. As he put it in the side of the net as he was looking for the hat trick. He is on a hat trick, as they say in England. A.R. Smith does a little fancy juggling, gets it to Seymour. Seymour looking for teammates. He turns and holds the ball at his feet, gets it back to A.R. Smith. Smith sliding it for Wador. Wador back to McLeod. McLeod chipping way deep and right into the arms of Matt Marchiori, who scoops it up And speaking of scooping, it's time, isn't it time for a delicious scoop of frozen Culver's yogurt, frozen custard?
But especially your DKCU. We're going hard time, 2-1
Frozen Culver's custard.
Please avail yourself of concessions.
Stop by Culver's of Sycamore.
We'll get you out.
Get your scoop
In a moment, just
of your
please
favorite flavor.
pay attention to
The referee has blown for halftime. And at the end of the opening 45 minutes here in DeKalb, your score, DeKalb County United 2, Chicago House AC 1. We will take a break for 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll be back with you for the second half in about 15 minutes right here on Zeno FM and on the live stream on YouTube. Brian Martin with you once again. Our score at halftime, United 2 and Chicago House 1. Goals by Josh Johansson in the 19th minute on a penalty kick and on 44 minutes. And then Chicago with a goal in the 10th minute by Ricardo Avalos. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes. 2-1 your score. We'll see you soon. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, you'll hear some past match action as part of our halftime. So you hear a soccer match going, it's some past match action on Zeno FM. We'll be back in about 15.
different rating. Absolutely. Energizing, all right?
Mm-hmm. And unless they score 14 goals in the second half, they won't be in first place.
I don't want to just, I don't want to.
It'd just be so cool to be ahead of Andrea for just a minute.
All right, kids, go get sweaty. Parents, apologise in advance for them coming home smelling, but you know, it's Saturday night. It's not that night, so get over it.
100 kids on that. Nah, maybe about 60 kids in that field. Wow.
Honestly, from up here, it just looks like the pictures of it in my hands. I don't know how much we are. Remy, this one's for you, my friend. Happy birthday, Remy.
Breathe in, bro.
Imogen Gray, Eloise Janet. Seriously, that's just an infestation of children. Reminder to please, for the love of all those softballs, tag us in those photos if you follow on social media, spread the word. Either hashtag DKCU or ideally at DKC United, wherever you go, except on Tinder.
It works fine. I just the echo was overwhelming.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't hear my thoughts. So,
Oh,
okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I said I was crying. So I tried to.
girl.
I'm crying. I'm talking.
The cue to take shots again. All right, guys and girls, giving up the penalties. Unfortunately, I think we're going to need to pitch back, so please make your way back to the bleachers. Well, there'll be another opportunity at the end of the game, hopefully. For those of you on here before, then we will be taking photos down in that goal. All the kids are down right now. We would love you to be a part of it. One big group photo to show the world of the DKCU community. And then after that, you're free to do whatever you want. Go home at some point, hopefully. But right now, please find your way back to your spot in the bleachers, find your way to the merch, find your way to concessions, spend all your money, tell all your friends to be here, tag us on social medias, and of course, players are taking their place back on the pitch. We'll be back by the way in a couple of minutes.
Welcome back to the NIU Soccer Complex.
Thank you everybody for joining the half-time kickbacks. It's a lovely little thing. It's great to see so many kids out there enjoying themselves. Again, parents, sorry for getting all that back and sweating, but it's summer holidays. What are you going to do?
Welcome back to NIU Soccer Complex in DeKalb, Illinois for the second half of this afternoon's or this evening's game between Chicago House and your DeKalb County United. We are looking at a 2-1 United lead here at halftime. The scoring summary: on 10 minutes, Ricardo Avalos scored on a beautiful cross, and there was a quick tap-in goal. House took a 1-0 lead. Then on 19 minutes, Josh Johansson scored with a penalty kick after one of the United players was hauled down in the penalty area. And then on 44 minutes, Johansson taking a beautiful feed from Ronan Wilcox and slotting it home for a 2-1 United lead. Statistics at halftime: shots on goal, United have 2. They've scored on both. House have 3. They've scored once. Corner kicks 5-2 in favor of Chicago House. The players are back on the pitch. The referees are back on the pitch. The ball is on the spot in the center circle. United will kick off to start the second half. And the game is underway as we are now in the 45th minute of play here in DeKalb. United trying to make another. They're sticking with their philosophy of trying to get that ball over the top and put pressure on the back line of Chicago House. Ball is out of the play off of House, so United will have a throw in on the far side. Ball into, it's Wilcox now at the top of the D. Just slightly This is Austin Montejano looking for his teammate. That was, I believe that was Westerberg. And out of play off of Chicago House for United's third corner of the game. This will be Aiden Westerberg taking the corner on the far side at the spot furthest away from our spot here in the press box. Westerberg, quick corner kick in toward the middle of the penalty area. It's headed away. And it is, looks like an offside or a foul. Doesn't matter. House has it, tries to get back in play quickly. This is number 94. Almazan, pressured by United. And the ball goes off of Chicago House. Last touch by House. Taylor Sowell was playing for it. This is Sowell, number 42. Nobody home. Goes straight on through to Billy Castro, the goalkeeper for Chicago House, number 33. One substitution in the first half as Georgi Spasov left the match in the 36th minute after picking up a couple of knocks in the game, and he was substituted by number 4, Alejandro Mentasti. Ball goes all the way back to Matt Marchiori, and then here on the near side to Austin Montejano, who's hip checked the side, and Johnny Kramer with a beautiful sliding tackle across the front, and the ball is out of play off of House. Off of Chicago House, according to the referee. And number 94, Damon Almazan, now down. He took one across the shin, but that was as a result of Kramer's beautiful slide tackle. He came across the front of Almazan and punted the ball away and went off the side of Almazan's shin, and therefore he was the last player to touch it. Almazan now back up after a slight delay.
Oh, yes.
Seymour taken away. Sowell intercepts. Now it's on the near far side. Here comes United racing at a player. Now they're both in there. It's going to be taken away by House. He gets it to Avalos, the goal scorer. Ahead to Mentasti. Then back to Seymour. This is Wador to Almazan. Back to Wador. Little triangle passing. They're starting to play a little possession soccer. That's Almazan again. This time it's Wen off to his right. Top of the penalty area to the right to the left of goal. Marchiori has it. He throws it out to his left, and it's quickly out for United. When pressing, United continue to have the ball and continue to possess it. United continue to bring it up the sideline, and ball is banging around in the midfield, and finally House comes away with it. Looking ahead, this one is to Shannon Seymour and knocked away and put out of play by United on the far side. 49th minute of play as we're, well, let's say 50th minute of play. 2-1 in favor of United. This is A.R. Smith. Smith looking for a teammate. Ball punched back into the area. That was Ty Conrad he was looking for, but House comes away with it. Looking for Seymour. United have it again. Back across in the middle of the pitch. It comes to Josh Johansson. I get him confused with the singer Jake Johansson. Here's Almazan. He spins, he weaves, and right at Marchiori. Shot on goal and a save. But the fourth shot on goal, third save by Marchiori tonight, comfortably into his breadbasket. Just a reminder that DeKalb County United Soccer is brought to you in part by our fantastic sponsors, including Groot, Bosma Dental, Realize Athletics, Byers Brewing Company, home of our club beer Golden Brow, Barb City Roasters, Northern Rehab, TEC Trucking, Culvers of Sycamore, Papa John's of DeKalb, Foundation Vitamin and Sports, LaFox Screw Products, Sycamore Integrated Health, Tom and Jerry's of Sycamore, our shirt sponsors, Area Rectors, Heartland Bank, Pizza Beer Whiskey, Los Panchos, Service Master, Onken Law, Banner Up, Evolve Fitness, Jen's Designs, Chicagoland Skydiving, and Schrock Media. We thank all of our sponsors for all of their support, as we thank all you fans for your support of DeKalb County United Soccer throughout the last 5 years that we have been around, and I hope to be around for a long, long time to come. We are back to live action. House looking for Seymour. He gets it back to Wadur. Ball headed into the air into kind of no man's land. Conrad has it, turns on Seymour. Ball into the midfield. United looking ahead. This is going to Conrad. He tries to head it past the last defender and does, but he's fouled by number 15. That is Pau Mateo Chacon. He winds up on the deck. They shake hands. But Conrad went down, and it's a foul called by the referee right on the, almost on the nose of the NIU Husky logo here in front of the United bench. Matter of fact, when Josh Johansson places it, the ball will look like a tear coming from the eye of the Huskies. So Johansson with the kick. It's probably 30 yards from goal to the left of Billy Castro. The ball gets put ahead to Conrad, and a nice play, but out on a corner kick. Defensive play by Almazan.
Let's make some noise, Greg.
Johansson actually, it didn't go in toward penalty area. They had Taylor Sowell racing up the touchline here on the near side. The idea of sliding a pass so he would cut in behind the defense. But Almazan was there to defend, and now a corner kick that will take place right here on the near side. It'll be Josh Johansson once again with the corner kick on the near side. United lining up all their players near the penalty spot at this point, at the top of the penalty area now. Everybody racing in to get a position. Ball goes straight through, and now Chicago House breaking out 3-on-2.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Number 8.
The ball is very, very long for Alcazar and out of play. So Almazan. Almazan is the player. It was a good idea, but the pass was rushed, trying to take advantage of the 3-on-2 that the Chicago House had, but the pass was way too heavy and went way beyond what Almazan could actually catch up to. And Johansson trapped by 3. This is Wadur. Back to McLeod. Marked by Conrad, trying to get through. This is Sowell. And now it's Wilcox here on the near side to Johansson. Cuts in toward the D. Dispossessed and goes down, but it was a clean tackle by Chicago House. He's trying to do it all by himself. He had a runner on his left, but didn't go for him. This is Avalos looking for Wen Aguilera back there to track and gets it ahead on the far side, keeping it in play. And United have it. Conrad in the midfield tries to tip it ahead, but it goes right straight to a House player. Here they come back the other way. 5-on-7. Goes right to Avalos on a pass that was slid through, and Avalos sliced it into Cook County. And I realize playing striker, you will miss. Strikers aren't supposed to miss by that much. And the ball is... He sliced that thing, I mean... That was like a boomerang throw. United will play out of the back. Way up midfield. This is Wen. Playing around in the center circle, coming through, looking for a teammate racing in behind, and it goes right straight to Marchiori, who plays with the feet and now picks it up. Picks it up when Alejandro Mentasti presses just a little bit. United have it off a back heel, looking for an offside. They're going to call it offside on number 4, Ronan Wilcox. It was close. It was close, but I think he was just a little bit offside. That's going to happen from time to time, but that's United have been playing a very aggressive style of play. They've been pressing, and they've been attacking with long balls, just avoiding the midfield. They're not even trying to bring the ball through the midfield and fight for position. They're looking to bypass defenders. Here comes House again. That is number 22. That is John Alzate, who's now in the game. Number 22. He must have been a halftime substitution. I'm trying to figure out who it is that we're not calling. I believe that might be in place of Daniel Hayes. So it's number 22, John Alzate. We're going to call it a 45th minute substitution just because I didn't see, there has not been a substitution yet here in the second half that we've stopped play for. But I don't see Daniel Hayes' number 21 on the field, so that will be Alzate now on for House. Little avoidance ball is tipped ahead, and it goes right straight to Josh Johansson. Montejano on the overlap. Goes into the middle, looking for a teammate, but Chacon cuts it out. Here's Wen on the far side. Press, nice play by Aguilera. Now looking for Almazan, and it's too far and out of play over the touchline for a throw-in, where Austin Montejano will throw it in the 59th minute of play here in DeKalb. 2-1 in favor of United, and push from behind is Wador. Just
where's my Academy peeps at right now? Make some noise, Academy people.
And as a lifelong soccer fan, I'm always amazed when a player shoves another player from behind. Then when he gets called for it, looks at the referee and goes, "I didn't do anything." And that's exactly what Wador did. It's like, why not? What did I do? Ball bouncing around now in the midfield. United have it, need to control it a little bit. They've been a little sloppy with the passing here in the second half, but United just rolling down the left-hand side, but cut out. That was Aguilera, who lost control, and the ball just rolls out of play over the byline, and House will put it back into play. We are in the 60th minute. Half an hour left in this match. Ball scoots through to Mentasti. United cut it out again. Johnny Kramer. Here comes United. 3-on-3. It's Wilcox taken down from behind by Wador, who protests again. And as the Bard once said, methinks thou doth protest too much, and Wador gets a yellow card in the 60th minute. I don't believe he got the yellow card for his refusal to admit wrongdoing. He got it for persistent infringement. He had a push in the back in the first half, another push in the back just a few seconds ago. At some point, and I've refereed in the past, at some point you have to say, look, that's enough, guy. You've been bending the rules a little more often than you should, and it's time to put you on a caution. So he's in the referee's book here on the 60th minute. House is setting up a kind of a semi. Yep, Castro's directing this wall. It's a two-man wall. Straight ahead, chipped ahead, looking for Johansson, who traps the ball down here in the near corner. Looking, spins and gets his man turned around. That's Almazan. Puts it in toward their Ty Conrad. They're cooking for the outside post and they miss. Oscar Montejano threw his body in there trying to get a ball in the middle of the mixer. This will be Aiden Westerberg. Now the throw will come in from Aguilera instead. On the far side, he throws it right into the middle of the penalty area and right into Castro's breadbasket. He dropped it and had to pick it up before United pounced on it for a goal. So still 2-1, but a nervous moment there for Billy Castro. Ball over the top, United intercepts. And Seymour has it, and he is ridden off the ball. The ball goes out of play off of United, and Seymour will have it here on the near side. And they're calling it a foul on United. So a free kick as Josh Johansson now kind of lurking near Seymour, number 8. Seymour is what you would call a fire plug player. He's a little on the chunky side. This is Mentasti off the crossbar. Oh, my. Mentasti with a looping ball off the crossbar. Ball back into the center, and Marchiori comes out to grab it. No shot on goal. 63rd minute, but wow. Mentasti made an almost tasty treat out of leftovers. Ball falls to Ty, almost falls to Ty Conrad, but House have it. Here's Seymour tapping ahead. He has to turn around and play it here. That is Mentasti. E of the off the crossbar. This is Almazan. Avalos blocked. Sowell gets it up on the far side. United rolling down the line. 4 in the attack. Crossing in. It's over the head. It's Johansson. Tapping across the middle. Saved by the goalkeeper. It's Conrad with the ball. He's got it in the penalty area. He's trying to turn. He can't get away from his man. But to get the ball back out of the top of the penalty area. Ball in toward Johansson. And he can't reach it in time. And Castro distributes quickly here on the far near side. It's Mentasti. Ball in behind the defense. Castro turn and play it around. Here comes United to intercept. It's Oscar Montejano heading slightly away, and Montejano clears. Has the ball. Gets it to Ty Conrad. Here, United came very close to a third goal there just a moment ago. Conrad gets around his man. Racing, trying to beat 3 guys. Can't do it. By himself and didn't look for a pass. He'll try to do it himself. Tracking back is United. Here's Avalos on the left side against Austin Montejano. He tries to cross it for Mentasti. And it goes out of play, but they're saying it's not out of play. Marchiori said it was out of play over the byline. The referee's assistant disagreed. It is now out of play off United on the far side for a Chicago House throw-in here in the 65th minute of play. 2-1 to DeKalb County United on a brace by Josh Johansson. Ball thrown in by House. United have played a spectacular game on defense. I think the one lapse on defense they did make was allowing Avalos to get into the penalty area by himself. And there's Avalos behind the defense again, and he puts it wide. That's the second time. He sliced one about 5 minutes ago. This one, he was at the near post to Marchiori's right and poked it well wide of the goal post. And ladies and gentlemen, one of our sponsors, Papa John's of DeKalb, has just sent us a delicious pizza, pepperoni pizza. My goodness. And I have to say, I am reminded of an old story. which we'll get to once Josh Johansson gets either. Whoa! Castro had to come way off his line and put himself in danger. Wilcox pressuring, ball out of play. Way back in the 70s, Philadelphia Phillies baseball broadcaster Richie Ashburn used to make comments about how hungry they were when the game would come at the end, and he would mention a place called Celebri's Pizza in Philadelphia. And within minutes of their mentioning this company on the air, a pizza would show up from the company. And Phillies management finally went to Ashburn and said, look, you can't do that. They're not a sponsor. You can't give them free advertising because you're hungry. And so Ashburn said, okay, I won't do that anymore. And the very next night, it was a late game, Ashburn decided to wish a happy birthday to the Celebri twins, sausage and pepperoni. So you can always work in a sponsor or non-sponsor plug at your leisure. And the lesson here is don't tell a Hall of Fame broadcaster not to do something. Ball to Alazan, and he goes down. Chicago House, and the ball is out of play off of House, and it's a goal kick. Chicago bench looking for a foul in the penalty area, penalty kick, but not coming. Marchiori to his left. Deftly gets around the defender, and now he has lots of space up the side. He's got Conrad just over the center line. Conrad cycles it back to a teammate, and here comes United again through the midfield, looking for Johansson on the right. Ball intercepted. This is Avalos. Getting it to Wen. Now Avalos running up the middle of the park, looking to get a return pass. Kramer. It's Avalos lurking, but then Kramer clears it out. This is going to be Almazan here on the near side. Tries to turn his man. Does. Left-footed across the goal. And, that was Mentasti trying to slide through and poke it in. And it went wide. And out of play, it'll be a goal kick for United in the 69th minute of play here in DeKalb. Again, a beautiful, beautiful night here in DeKalb. And a very large crowd, and I hope this crowd that came out tonight has been entertained. Ball ahead. Johansson behind the defense. The keeper comes way off his line. I'd take a shot from here if I could. United have it again. This is Austin Montejano. Ball pushed off. This is Conrad, number 4. Chipped ahead and headed. It's a foul. Referee brings the ball back. He was playing advantage, and when the advantage did not materialize, he called the play back. It's a foul on Chicago House. My goodness. And the worst, you know what the worst part about having pizza in the booth in the middle of the game is? You can't eat it if you're talking on the microphone.
3 balls. I'll wait yours, Brian, okay? I'll let you know how it goes.
Nick has graciously agreed to put me out of my misery by eating my pizza for me. So I guess I'm living vicariously through my my teammate here in the booth. Looks like we're going to have a substitution here shortly, number 27. That's Damian Iamarino is on the sideline, touchline right in front of us, waiting for the next stoppage in play to get a Chicago House player. But United have played with the opening 11 the entire time, and they've played very, very well. And it's not a really hot night tonight, so the energy's not as sapped. Maybe they'll go, I'm guessing, 75, 80 minutes before they go to substitutions. And some of their subs, I believe, played the other night against CKS Warta in the NSL in Chicago, where United has a secondary team. And then again, another shot by Avalos. And other than that first shot he had, it's a substitution instead of Shannon Seymour in the 71st minute.
suggest going somewhere else, but
is
please,
number
don't feel bad about that.
27,
You'll be
Damian
able to-
Iamarino.
You know what to do.
In the 71st minute. So United have yet to make a substitution. That is Alzati. And the ball goes just wide of goal and out of play for a corner kick. So that's a save. And on the near side here, this looks like it is Alzati, number 22. Going to take the corner kick here on the near side to my left. 72nd minute of play. 2-1 in favor of United. Hand raised. Ball goes into the middle and right into the hands of Matt Marchiori. And so Marchiori just sort of slows it down, rolls it out here on the left hand, on the right hand side, on the near side. Ball chipped ahead. Slowing his run is Ty Conrad, but it's taken away by Wadur. And now here comes Chicago House again. This is going to be Almazan racing. He's got Avalos, but Johnny Kramer, Special K, back there to take care of him. Ball crossed into the middle, cleared out by United. Headed down by House over here on the near side to John Alzati, number 22. Looking for a teammate. Goes and intercepted by United. To Kramer. Taken away by Wadur. Wadur to A.R. Smith, number 14. Smith to Almazan. Back to Smith. They kind of play a little give and go back and forth. Two-man game. Smith now to Alzati, and then kicked out of play for a throw-in to Chicago House. Throw-in from A.R. Smith. Goes to Wadur. Wadur looking for Avalos, and the ball is kicked, just cleared out by United just to get out of the pressure, and it goes to Chacon, who has it all alone. Ty Conrad's the only player for United in the attack zone beyond the center stripe. So House trying to come in, and it goes right to Marchiori, but it goes over the end line for a corner kick. So that will be corner kick number 7 for Chicago House. Ball bouncing around off a few heads. Ball goes out of play here on the near side, out of touch, off of United, so it'll be another throw-in for Chicago House. Down goes the United player after the throw-in. Referee goes to help him up. Is it a foul? No, it's a foul on United. And he's giving it to Chicago House, even though United's player goes down. All right. It's a free kick. United's going to have to retreat 10 yards. Josh Johansson sort of standing there, taking his time. And no, they don't have magic spray tonight. It's just the old point at the 10-yard spot and say, here's where your 10 yards is, gentlemen. So disappointed. The free kick goes in to the near post, and Marchiori has it covered. Now he's looking to break it out. He throws it up the touch line here. This is Ty Conrad, or Johansson, and Conrad in behind the defense and offside again.
Jack Malavia and Zane Walsh is coming on. Couple of DKC substitutions first coming off. Walking to show your appreciation for Taylor Sowell.
Zane Walters now.
Also coming off
76th minute.
Ty Conrad. Give it up for Ty. On their places, number 6, Zane Walters, and number 7, Jack Bonavia.
So coming out of the game is Taylor Sowell and Ty Conrad. And in the game is Zane Walters and Jack Bonavia.
Reminder to get your votes in for the player of the match. Once you close in about 5 minutes.
House have it. But United players are there and out of play off of House, and it's a throw in deep in DeKalb County United's own defensive zone. Slight foul there. United with a free kick. Over the top. But House cuts it out. Back to United. Intercepted.
Yes, Josh.
Here on the side. It's Johansson. He's behind the defense. Ball goes off of Almazan. And Almazan then elbows Johansson down. And the referee coming over talking to the referee.
For the second time this season, and only on the second game of this season, you guys excelled yourselves. This evening's attendance, a record-breaking, first time ever, 619. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for supporting what we're doing here, creating soccer in DeKalb. We love you all. 619 beautiful people.
Tonight's attendance, a club record, 619. We thank all of you fans for once again for your support. The free kick coming to the left of goal. Johansson. Ball falls to Smith after the headed away by House. Avalos with Montejano on him, and Montejano puts it out for a throw-in. Wador near side. It was Almazan. And then put back out on an unforced error there, if we may use a tennis term. Throw in for United. And Chicago House preparing another substitution. Looks like number 28. That would be Isaiah Gallegos Munoz. And just to refresh your memory, if this is the first time you're listening to a match or watching a match, Midwest Premier League rules: 7 substitutes allowed, including a goalkeeper, and you may use all 7 substitutes if you like in a match. There is no limit, like in professional leagues. And a card given now. Not sure who that was given to, but a card on Chicago House here in the 80th minute. And so substitution number 28 is coming in, and coming off is Almazan.
Josh Johansson. Congratulations, Josh. Great performance.
And on is number 28, Isaiah Gallegos Munoz. In the 80th minute. So we have 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Haven't been too many things we've stopped the match for. Been pretty free-flowing this half. There's Gallegos Munoz. Back to Wador. This will be Chacon.
I'm sure you won't miss it, but take a look down on the running track, folks. This is the future. This is the pipeline we're building.
Smith. And out of play off of Smith. United will have a throw-in. One of the things that you need to know, fans, if you're watching, is that Chicago House have drawn 3 times already this season out of their 5 games. They're playing for a draw here. They're not trying to win. They're playing for the draw. United just need to survive the next 10 minutes. Johansson. Like a little give and go there. Johansson has the ball. He's got it with a defender on him, but the defender stands stout and gets the ball away, and the ball goes off of United for a House throw-in right in front of the DeKalb County United bench. Wador with a throw-in. Back heel, but Austin Montejano punches it back in to House territory. Headed again. Another play in the middle. This is Jack Bonavia. Bonavia one-on-one with a defender. Knocked away. This is Zane Walters with a foul. Quick free kick taken. The referee's going to call it back and set it up. A.R. Smith tried to do a quick kick, and United just basically blocked it. Then looked at the referee to say, well, why aren't they 10 yards away? It's like, well, the rules say if they are not 10 yards away when you place the ball, you as the kicking team should ask for your 10 yards. The defense doesn't have to give you 10 yards unless you ask for it. This is Johansson. Hawking Wadur. Pushed down from behind by Mentasti. And down is United, and Mentasti with a yellow card in the 83rd minute. As he took out Jonathan Kramer from behind. Kramer still down. Chicago House getting a little chippy here in the second half. But it makes sense. They're trailing 2-1 on the road against a team that last year they trashed 6-0. Long ball into the penalty area. Chested down, but it goes to Chicago House. This is Wilcox trying to turn. Gets the ball back. Passes back to Aguilera. In the middle of the park to Montejano. That's Oscar Montejano, number 25. Aguilera has it again. United in no hurry. Ball turns, moving in. Ball trying to go behind the defense. And again, Castro has come off his line to make the play, and Johansson tries to intercept. And here comes Wynn up the near side. With room, but tracking back is Johansson. Trying to make the play. House, here's Gallegos Munoz with Kramer all over him, and he shields the ball away and keeps Gallegos Munoz from getting it, and the ball gets corralled out of play for a goal kick for United. 85th minute of play. Brilliant defensive play by Special K. A.R. Smith with McLeod on his right, but out of play, and now United will have it again in the 85th minute of play. Ball ahead. Headed to Conrad. And Johansson here on a loan. One-on-one if you get around the defender. He's got his defender turned around. Now he's got to outrace him. He's in the corner. Johansson pushed a little bit, but he keeps the ball. Pushed a little bit more, and ball off the shin of a United player and out of play for a Chicago House throw-in. Deep in their own territory. This will be Wadur.
Oh, there go. That's a go.
And they're calling it back. They're making him throw it from way back. And now the assistant referee yelling at the player to back off. They're making him throw. He was trying to gain about 10 yards of distance. This is Gallegos Matos. Munoz. And Johnny Kramer just knocks it out again. And we've seen a lot of this over the last 5 minutes of play.
Look, Jack, look! Look, Jack!
87th minute of play here in DeKalb. Ball over the top. And United plays it again. They don't have to rush. This is Montejano in the middle of the park. Passes off to his left. It's going to be Aguilera, but it goes too far for him, and House will get another throw in on their side. Ball gets thrown into Chacon. Chacon with a long ball over the top looking for Gallegos Matos. Gallegos Matos tries to chip the keeper, has nothing on it. It's a shot on goal, but a save by Marchiori. Ball in the middle of the park now. Running right through the middle of the field is Montejano. That's Oscar Montejano. On his right to Johansson, who tries to weave in and then, tries to fire on goal. Fires it wide to his right, to the left of Billy Castro. And a goal kick for Chicago House. '88th minute of play. And the assistant referee indicating that we're coming up on, we'll have to wait until the 90th minute to tell you what the assistant referee has told us for stoppage time. That would be unfair for us to announce that early. Ball is out of play off of United. It's a throw-in. A.R. Smith looking for the center of the park. It's Jack Fairwood, played a great game on defense. We didn't call his name a lot, but he's been solid back there. United is going to have to weather a storm here. Ball goes all the way through and a goal kick for United. They don't have to rush. They're in no hurry. United getting the ball, and Matt Marchiori is just sort of wandering over to pick up the ball, and he's wandering over to put it into play. And, if he had a watch, he'd be looking at it. Johnny Kramer with a long ball over everybody. Headed back into the center of the park. It's given away. Wadur. Here's Nguyen on the near side. He's got Gallegos Munoz on his left. Now it's and a foul. High kick. Dangerous play. And that's a foul inside United's own penalty area against Chicago House. So it's going the other way. A free kick for United as we come up on the 90th minute of play. We are getting close to the end of regulation. Long ball, way long ball. United trying to play this one out. We've been scoreless here in the second half. 2-1 United looking to win their third contest of the year. A little bit of, and a foul there on United. Free kick, middle of the park, just outside the center circle as we are in the 90th minute. Final minute of regulation play. House have a shot that's about 28, about 50 yards from goal, straight on. So one-man wall. It's not really necessary, but that's what we've got, a one-man wall. House will chip it into the penalty area, looking for, and it's headed away by Johnny Kramer. Now, can United convert that into a scoring opportunity? Johansson fighting with Wadur, out of play off of Johansson. Wadur will throw it in quickly. This is Avalos. Kicked away, knocked away. As we are down to, we have a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time here in the second half. It is a corner kick for Chicago House. This will be John Alzate in the near corner. 8th corner kick of the night for Chicago House. 3 minutes of stoppage time minimum. It goes in. It's headed away by United. It's still being headed around. Still being headed around. Ball just bouncing around here in the penalty area. United cleared out. That's Jack Fairwood. Wadur keeps that from being a breakaway. A.R. Smith. Back to Smith. Chipped away by United.
Just send Josh. There you go, Josh.
This is Johansson. He's going to run down in the corner. He's going to lope it along. He's going to just play with it and try and get it down in the corner. Tries to get around Wadur and can't do it. That's just fatigue, folks. He's running on fumes here. This is Gallegos Matos. It's cut away by United. Just take your time, fellas.
Yes, Ronan!
Oscar Montejano up the far touchline. And a foul or offside. I don't see a flag up. Throw in. Referee is saying it's a throw in on the far side. And so now House will make the throw in. Long ball ahead, headed up by United. This is Aguilera, heads it over Smith. Bonavia. Pressing. House, lots of space and time. Montejano deflects it, ball across the center. And Marchiori with a save! Matt Marchiori with a save! Off the head of Ricardo Avalos, who was trying to bookend goals tonight. He had one in the 10th minute, and Marchiori takes it away from just underneath the crossbar. Ball is high in the air. Conrad. Ball is still poked around. It's Avalos again. He's still not finished. Kramer cuts him off and puts the ball out of play for a 9th corner kick for Chicago House. Time is running down. This could be among, if not the final kick of the game, among one of the final kicks of the game. This is going to be Alzati. Alzati near side. 9th corner of the game. He puts it into the middle of the park. Marchiori punches it away. Avalos chases it down. Puts it back in the middle. Attempted bicycle kick. Nothing. And then great save. And then over the bar. What a save by Marchiori. Matt Marchiori over the bar. And that's it. The referee has whistled full time here in DeKalb. United have won 2-1. An absolute beauty of a save by Matt Marchiori to save the game. United win by the final of 2-1.
Congratulations, DKCU. Commiserations, Chicago House. 619 on you. Beautiful.
And as of right now, United are on 9 points and in a 3-way tie for first place. Although on goal differential, they are way behind everybody else, but they are at least even on points with RWB Adria and Milwaukee Bavarians. A 2-1 win for United. Another signature win for this club after having been beaten like rented mules 6-0 in Chicago last year. We come back with a 2-1 win tonight. Here's the final stats. Shots on goal, 8-3 in favor of Chicago House. Corner kicks, 9-4 in favor of Chicago House. But here's just tail of the tape. On 10 minutes, Ricardo Avalos with a goal on a beautiful feed across the goal mouth for a tap-in. 1-0 House. Then on 19 minutes, Josh Johansson gets a penalty kick after a United player was hauled down in the penalty area. And then just before halftime, in minute number 44, what a beautiful feed by Ronan Wilcox. Threaded a ball, through to Johansson, who beat the goalkeeper and made it a 2-1 game. And then United fought off every challenge Chicago House had in the second half to win this game 2-1 and move to 9 points on the season with 3 wins, no ties, 3 losses, a beautiful game and a great game, and we're glad you could have been with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you as always for listening and for your continued support of DeKalb County United Soccer. Be sure to join us again next Saturday night, June 24th at 5 p.m. right here on Zeno FM as your United take on Czarny Jaslo of Chicago. It'll be the first time we faced Czarny Jaslo in our history. They're an expansion club. So on behalf of all of us here at DKCU, the staff, the board, the volunteers, and even the fans, and the players, and the coaches, this is Brian Martin saying thank you for being with us. Good night, good soccer. We'll see you again from the NIU Soccer Complex, where once again, the final score, DeKalb County United 2, Chicago House AC 1. This has been a presentation of DeKalb County United Soccer. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Guess you're allowed on the pitch now, guys.